Welcome back to A Gentle Home. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Patty, and I like to encourage women with just little ways that they can bring joy and beauty and gratitude to the things they do every day. Before we get started today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the word contentment, and that's not the first time I've talked about this on my channel, because it is something that I will be honest with you, I struggle with. I am at the point in my life where I want to be done with that. I want to embrace what I have. And when you see the video today, you're going to see a less than perfect home. You are going to see things that need to be done. You are going to see ways that I am trying to be creative with what I have. And I want to embrace that. I want to find joy in that. I want to find creativity in that. I am so blessed that I feel good. I mean, not perfect by any means. I see the wrinkles, I feel the aches in my feet and my knees or whatever might happen as our bones age. It's just natural, but I feel relatively good for my age, and I want to stop wasting the time that I have here, whether it be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. My mom is 88, whether it's 30 years, I don't know. I want to stop squandering that time and start embracing the life that I have. I am not going to get any younger. My skin is not going to get any firmer. My body pretty much looks like it does. That doesn't mean we don't strive to look better in our appearance. That doesn't mean we don't strive to eat healthy, to exercise, to relieve our joints of the excess weight, whatever that might be, to the best of our ability. It means that we accept today, this is how I am. Am I going to squander today because I haven't done those things, because I don't feel my best? The truth is, at this age, if I have not conquered the exercise and the eating and all of those things, most likely I'm not going to. I mean, I think we need to admit that if you're not the most organized person in the world, you can make all the lists in the world, but if you don't do the work, your house is still going to be disorganized. You can desire to feel healthy and walk 5 miles or whatever it is that your goal is, but the truth is, if you don't put the work into it, it's not going to change. So I think when we get to a certain age, we realize what our shortcomings are. And yes, we continue to try in small increments to do whatever we can to make things better. But we also need to embrace the life that we have today. We don't know how many more todays we have. And that has nothing to do with age. We do not know the number of our days. It could be, a day, it could be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, whatever. We do not know the number of our days, and we need to live each day as if it were a last. That is so cliche, but it's so true. And I think as you get older, your mortality, is that the right word? Your mortality? Yeah, the knowledge that you are going to die becomes more to the forefront. I think you watch your parents, you watch siblings or even friends, and you see how they are passing away. So we know that our time is out there, and I think it's time that we just embrace the life that we have. All of our bad habits or lack of good habits or whatever you want to call it, embrace them all and just live each day content with what we have and with joy for what the future holds. This life is a mess. None of us knows if we are in the end times. None of us knows what is coming next. We truly don't. We can read the signs, we can read our Bible, we can listen to scholars, but only God knows what is coming next on the kingdom calendar. We cannot live our lives afraid, in fear, or we cannot live our lives waiting for the next shoe to drop. We need to live our lives to the fullest today. So my encouragement to you and to me is to learn to live a contented life. We can do this. It's a daily struggle, but we can do this. So with that encouragement, let me show you what I've been up to today. I'm out back and you are going to hear all kinds of neighborhood noises, so I'm going to try to talk over them. I hear lawnmowers and buzz saws and all kinds of stuff, but I need to get this done before it gets any warmer. I shared before, and I don't know if it was here or on Instagram, that you can grow food from food. Mary over at Mary's Nest did a whole video and I will link it below, but one of the things you can grow from food is romaine lettuce. This here is just the bottom. You can see where I just cut the romaine right off the top and I put it in water. I just use this cup because it's cute and we're all about being cute, but it's been in here a couple of weeks, but it needs to get planted because it's not getting all the nutrients that it's going to get. I also put in sweet potato, and sweet potato slips are actually going to be outside. And they will be planted in the garden, but you can see, look at the root system on that. Another food that you can grow from food. What I've discovered is, obviously I live in the desert, it's way too hot to grow lettuce, but my kitchen windowsill seems to be like a sweet spot. It's cool enough inside, it gets full morning sun for probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours, so it is thriving. I'm actually kind of nervous to put it into soil, but I know that I need to. The other thing I'm going to do is pot up this here. This is a branch that broke off of one of my indoor houseplants. It has been, you can see, in this cup for forever. It needs to get potted. Now my sister-in-law, for my birthday months ago, gave me these adorable Rae Dunn Razzle Dazzle Basil kind of potting dishes, but they don't have drainage holes, so technically it's not the best pot to plant something that you're going to water in, but I save these, so I'm going to put this right inside. That way I can take it out to water it and it will still look cute on my windowsill. I know it's not the right size. I thought about cutting it down, but you know what? I'm over that. We are just gonna plant this up. If it works, I may try to make it look like it fits better, but for now I just wanna see if this works. So I'm gonna fill these with potting soil. I'm gonna pot up the lettuce, and I'm also going to start some lettuce from seed. We eat salads all the time, and if I can keep like a perpetual bed of lettuce going, and that's what this type of romaine and this type of salad blend lettuce is. It's called cut and come again. You just cut the leaves off that you want to use, and then it grows back more. So that is the idea. That's what we're going for. I'm gonna go ahead and get this potted up, and then I will show you where I put it on my windowsill. And another way that you can bring gentleness into your home is by providing food for your family in a beautiful way. When I look at it, because it's right above my kitchen sink, I feel joy. I feel it's pretty. I mean, it is like an indoor house plant, and the fact that I can eat off of it is just such a bonus. So let me get this potted up, and then I will show you exactly how it looks. And we're gonna cross our fingers that the romaine does just as well in the soil. It does not have much of a root system, but we're gonna try it. Worst case scenario, I can always buy another head of romaine and start another one. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of gardening done. Now this is the first time for me, but what I'm going to do is make sure that root is down there, and I am going to actually take a little soil out of that. It's still dry in the middle. I am going to just nestle this right down in there, and then I'm just going to fill it in. Just going to press it down around. Normally when I water this, I will water it in the sink, but since this is the first time and I really want it to absorb all of this water into the dry soil, I'm just gonna let it sit in this and soak up that water for probably 20 minutes or so, and then I'll empty the water out and hopefully the lettuce will be fine. Okay, I did run out of potting soil, so I'm going to have to run down to the nursery to get some more, but I do have enough to plant up some lettuce seeds, so I thought I would just share how I do that. And I cannot plant seeds with my gloves on. So you can see how tiny lettuce seeds are. I am just going to sprinkle them over the top of the soil. And lettuce seeds like to be kept damp, and they don't want to be buried very deeply. That's enough. And you do spread a lot of them. You get a lot in a packet, so be generous. And then what I use for lettuce, I'm just going to gently tap those in there. I will sprinkle over the top. Now you notice I didn't add any soil. It's just a thin layer of perlite. And what that does is it keeps them from getting tossed out of the soil and without putting something heavy on that they are going to fight coming up. And this is perlite. So I'm going to water this in again, put it in my cute Razzle Dazzle Basil container and put it on the windowsill, and we will keep progress. It says that it should sprout 5 to 10 days. So next week we should see something green coming up. And I'm going to get to this in here as soon as I get some more potting soil, and then I do still have the last one that I'm going to put some more lettuce in. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mess cleaned up and head back inside. I have lots more to do today, and it is so darn hot out here. I am going to melt if I stay out any longer. So let's go ahead and head back inside. So quickly, just to finish this up, the pots that I was going to put those in, it didn't work. It didn't look right. They were a little too wide. So I will look for a better alternative. It might be something as simple as making something cute to rest these on, like a modified placemat or something, fit exactly to the dimension of the window. I did nothing with the sweet peas yet, but have no fear. I did find a sweet use for the little Razzle Dazzle basil and the rest of the cute pots. Because they have no drainage, they make very nice vases for short flowers, which I have plenty of. I'm sure you probably do too. So, having a gentle home, being less of a consumer, being content, means finding uses for what you have, and it may turn out even better than the original. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope I gave you a few ideas on how to make your home more gentle, how to make it more of a haven for all those who enter into it, and a few ways to learn contentment. As always, I thank you for stopping by. I invite you to subscribe and to hit the thumbs up button and to share this and all of those things. And as always, thanks for stopping by. I will see you in the next video.